How many push-ups have you done in your life? Seriously, think about it. PE class, bedroom floor at midnight because you saw a Rocky montage. That random burst of motivation in March that lasted 11 days. Add it all up. Thousands. Probably tens of thousands. And what did you get from them, honestly? Did your chest grow? Did your arms change? Did anything happen at all? Or did you just sweat on the floor and stand back up the same shape you went down in? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The push-up is the single most effective bodyweight exercise ever created. It trains your chest, your triceps, your shoulders, your core, your serratus. 5 muscle groups, 1 movement, 0 equipment. It should be building your entire upper body every time you touch the floor, but it's not. Because the push-up you've been doing your whole life isn't a push-up. It's a vaguely push-up shaped thing you learned in middle school from a gym teacher, who also taught geography. Nobody corrected you then. Nobody corrected you since. And now you're doing the same broken movement you've been doing since you were 13, wondering why nothing changes. I'm going to rebuild your push-up from scratch. Hands, elbows, depth, speed, top position, core. 6 things. Most people get every single one wrong. Fix them and the push-up goes from the exercise you skip because it doesn't work, to the only exercise some of you actually need. Put your hands on the floor right now. Wherever you are, just get down there. I want you to see where you naturally place them. Got it, good. They're too wide. Everyone goes too wide. Arms stretched out, hands way past shoulder width, elbows pointing at the walls. You look like a capital T from above. And that T is destroying your shoulders. When your elbows flare out to 90 degrees, the head of your humerus, the ball at the top of your arm bone, jams into the front of the shoulder socket. Every single rep. It's called shoulder impingement. It doesn't hurt on rep 1. It doesn't hurt on rep 50. It hurts on rep 5,000. Then one day you're reaching for a cabinet and your shoulder screams and you think you slept wrong. You didn't sleep wrong. You pushed up wrong. For years, hand placement directly under your shoulders, not wider, maybe even slightly narrower. Now your elbows, they should angle back at about 45 degrees. Not 90, not pinned to your ribs, 45 from above. Your body should look like an arrow. Not a T. That single change takes the stress off the shoulder joint and puts it on the chest and triceps, which is where you wanted it this whole time. You've been training shoulder impingement and calling it chest day, but fixing the hands and elbows only matters if you actually go down far enough.
Be honest, how deep do you go? Because most people's push-up looks like this. They lower themselves about 3 inches. Their elbows bend just enough to technically call it a movement. They push back up, they count it. That's not a push-up, that's a nod. You're nodding at the floor and calling it exercise. Your chest needs to come within an inch of the ground, maybe closer. Your elbows should bend to at least 90 degrees, ideally deeper. This is where the stretch happens. This is where the muscle fibers at the bottom of the movement get loaded under tension. This is where growth actually starts. A half rep builds half a muscle, and the half you're skipping is the half that matters most. The bottom of a push-up is where the chest is stretched the furthest. Research on muscle hypertrophy consistently shows that the lengthened position, the stretched position, produces more growth stimulus than the shortened one. You're literally skipping the most productive part of every rep and then wondering why your chest won't grow. Full depth, chest to the floor, every rep. If you can do 30 shallow push-ups, great, try doing 10 real ones, see what happens. That humbling moment when the floor feels twice as far away. That's the exercise actually working for the first time. But going deep enough is only half the story, because how fast you come back up changes everything. You're going too fast. Drop, push, banging them out like you're being timed. Like the goal is to finish as many as possible before your body realizes what you're doing. Speed is the enemy of growth. Momentum is the enemy of tension, and tension is the only thing your muscles actually respond to. Here's what a real push-up tempo looks like. 3 seconds on the way down, a 1-second pause at the bottom, then push up with control. Not an explosion, not a bounce off the floor, a controlled drive. That 3-second lowering phase is called the eccentric. It's the portion of the movement where the muscle is lengthening under load. And the eccentric is where the majority of the growth signal actually comes from. When you drop fast, you skip it. Your muscles barely register the rep. When you lower for 3 seconds, every fiber in your chest and tricep is screaming the entire way down. Slow reps look less impressive. You'll do fewer of them. Nobody at the park is going to clap for your set of 8 3-second push-ups. But those 8 reps will build more muscle than 40 fast ones. Every single time, the ego wants numbers, the muscle wants tension. Pick one, but even if you nail the depth and the speed, most people are still leaving the best part of the push-up on the floor because they stop at the wrong place. At the top of a push-up, when your arms are fully extended, you stop, right? That's the top. That's the end of the rep. It's not. There's another inch, and that inch changes the whole exercise. At the top of the push-up, keep pressing, push the floor away from you even further. Let your shoulder blades spread apart. Drive your upper back toward the ceiling. You'll feel your shoulders round forward slightly and something fire between your ribs and your armpit. That's your serratus anterior, the finger-shaped muscle that sits on the side of your rib cage, the one that connects your chest to your lat and makes your whole torso look like one carved piece instead of parts sitting next to each other. Without it, your physique has gaps. With it, everything flows. That extra inch is called scapular protraction. A standard push-up misses it completely. A push-up plus hits it every rep, 1 inch. The difference between training 5 muscles and training 6. Most guys have never felt their serratus fire in their life. Your first set of push-up plus reps will change that. You'll feel a soreness the next day in your ribs that you've never felt before. That's the muscle waking up. Probably for the first time. But there's one last thing, and if you get this wrong, every fix I just gave you falls apart. Your core, watch someone do push-ups at any gym in the world. Their hips sag, their lower back dips toward the floor, their stomach hangs like a hammock. They're not doing a push-up, they're doing a push-up-shaped lower back injury. A push-up is a moving plank. Your body should be one straight line from the back of your head to your heels. Glutes squeezed, abs tight, pelvis tucked slightly under. No arch in the lower back. If someone laid a broomstick on your back, it should touch your head, your upper back, and your tailbone at the same time. When the core is locked like this, something amazing happens. Every rep becomes an ab exercise. Your rectus abdominis, your obliques, your transverse abdominis, they're all firing just to hold you in position. You didn't add a core workout. The push-up already was one, you just hadn't been doing it correctly. Squeeze the glutes, brace the abs, tuck the pelvis, hold that the entire set. If your hips start to sag, the set is over, not almost over. A sagging push-up is not a tired push-up. It's a different exercise entirely, and it's one that hurts you. So here's the rebuild. Hands under shoulders, elbows at 45 degrees, chest to the floor, 3 seconds on the way down. 1 second pause at the bottom, push up with control. At the top, press an extra inch, shoulder blades apart. Core locked the entire time, glutes squeezed one straight line. That is a push-up. Try 5 of them, real ones. If 5 is easy, you weren't paying attention. Go back, read the cues again, and actually do them. 5 perfect push-ups will leave you more sore than 50 bad ones ever did. You've had the best upper body exercise in history available to you since the day you could crawl. You just never learned how to use it. Now you know the floor's right there. Go say hello.